Merry Meet Witchlings, welcome back to the channel. Midnight Moonsong here, the Twisted Witch, and today I have a quicker video for you. I've been extremely busy lately, and I really wanted to do the Void video, and everything just keeps stacking up against me when I plan to do this video, I swear. But I don't have time, and I wanted to put something out there because I wanted to sort of get, not really on a schedule, but I wanted to have some semblance of a schedule, I guess, to look like I am alive and I am doing videos. So this is just going to be a quick Grimoire tour of my crystal Grimoire. Excuse my nails, they look horrible. Now, this book was bought off Etsy. It's by Rose and Petal. And I needed just a quick, nice, I didn't need a super thick one. I have my gemstones recorded in here, the crystals that I use that I own. There's a little bit of a longer story. I had a book that I made that was for my crystals, but it was made with pages of my very old grimoire. And I still used some of those, but I made it at the time where I only owned like one crystal, like one quartz and like maybe a couple amethysts. So I filled it with stuff that I wanted to own, I wanted to work with, but I don't feel that way about like half of those stones anymore. So I felt it better and more logical to record the ones I have and the ones I own. I'm still keeping that other one because it's kind of like, you know, you keep your old grimoires to look back on, and there are some other stones in it that I don't have or don't use that have their information written down just in case someone else might need it. But yeah, so I bought this and I started feeling it's not complete. I still have a little bit more to go, but I thought I'd show you what I have so far because everything pretty much the way the setup is, everything's gonna look like this, so you'll see what I mean. I dubbed it the Crystallium, and I did draw this, and I made it look all pretty. I chose rainbow quartz because I was thinking of what color to make it, and I was like, well, since it's going to be all the crystals, why not just make it rainbow? Yeah. Now, these first few you're going to recognize from my other grimoire and my other video, the crystals I think every crystal witch should own. But I decided to draw these. I drew them smaller here, and I just put the little about me's. You can go through, pause the video if you want, and write these down if you wish. There's the smoky quartz, the black quartz, tiger's eye, the obsidian. I'm really proud of that obsidian. Selenite, snowflake obsidian. I know I said on the last one that I wasn't too keen on how I do the snowflake obsidian, but I'm actually liking this one a lot more. The hematite, the pyrite. I'm in love with that pyrite. Oh, that pyrite looks so good. Like I said, this is pretty much it. This is how the setup's gonna be. There's not gonna be any spells or anything. It's just gonna be just the about on the crystal. And yes, I do have a small piece of purple apatite. Now, how I drew these, some of them I looked at the actual gemstones I have, and others I did not. I just decided to draw some of the others however I want to draw them. For example, the moonstone, I do not have one that's in the shape of a teardrop. My moonstone is carved into a wolf shape, and I didn't really want to do that. I was feeling a little bit lazy, so I just drew it like that. And my alexandrite, I drew my alexandrite more purple because I actually have a dark purple alexandrite. Mine, I guess when you put in light, you can see a slight sheen of green in it, but it's very light. Most of mine is a dark purple, and I didn't even know it was alexandrite at first. I thought it was an amethyst until I got someone to appraise it, and they said it was alexandrite, which completely shocked me because I didn't think alexandrite could come in such a dark purple, and they said it's harder to find, but it's not like it can't. But so it's another one of those more uncommon stones that I had that I love to collect that I didn't know I had. My turquoise, I'm actually really proud of how that one turned out too. And of course, jade. This is my notes. We have red calcite, yellow calcite, black kyanite, and moss agate. I'm okay with how that one turned out. I think it could have turned out better, but I'm okay with it. Like I said, that's it. I'm doing the serpentine. This is just the notes of the crystals that I have. I made that note, and as you can see, they're in no real order. They aren't. The only semblance of order they have, I would say, would be amethyst being one of my favorites, so it's up there. That's honestly the only thing. I just went into my altar room, looked at my crystals, wrote them down on that piece of paper you saw, in whatever order, and aside from the amethyst, and then that's the order I just wrote them on my book. So there is no real order to them. In my last one that I tried to do, that old one that I told you about, I printed off pictures and put them right here. I didn't draw them. And I tried to do them in like a rainbow order, and that looked cool, but from the perspective of being able to put more in there, because it was in a booklet, I couldn't like remove pages and put them back in for the sections. The pattern becomes very noticeably, thrown off the rails when you start adding new stuff in it. So I decided that there really wasn't going to be a pattern here. It literally is just random. That way, when I add more to it, because there's still a lot more room to add, when I add more to it and stuff, then I'll be able to, not disrupt any actual working pattern. But yeah, that's the Crystallium. It's my handy dandy little crystal grimoire. I don't feel the need to put spells and stuff, because crystals can be put in like any spell, so it feels kind of obnoxious to write down every single spell a crystal is in. Because I even have in my main grimoire, I have written down that crystals can be used for spells or not. And there might be some times when I use a spell that I'll use a crystal in, and another time when I use that same spell, I decide not to use a crystal or a different crystal that means something similar. So, just change up the energy a bit. And that's fine. It is. That's perfectly fine to do that. So, for that reason, though, I feel there's no need to write down any big spells or anything like that. I thought about grids, but I don't know. I might do some crystal grids in it. I might not. Again, crystal grids is one of those things where, like the spell, I'll change it up depending on how I'm feeling at the time. So it's really kind of pointless to write it down because there's no set way to do them. I have recorded down some crystal grids for people before in the past, and I put them up on my Pagan Witches Amino, but those definitely can be changed and altered. Like most witches, when they post spells and stuff, they post a basic version of it, and then they have their own altered version slightly that's more personalized that they use. I'm the same way. So if you see something like that, know that if I use it, there's a billion and one ways I can use it, and I'll change up the stones all the time, and yeah. But that's it for this video. I hope you all have a great day. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, subscribe. I will see you all next time. Blessed be.